Aye, swear down, that be so cold, blood. We are back. Obviously, preview was earlier. Now we have to debate. I said debate, a conversation, because I heard the man them at Coffee. Big up to the man them. They were talking about Gravenberch and Genie, blood. It felt like they were split in terms of the decision, in terms of who was better. Felt like Genie was getting a lot of disrespect. So I thought, let me put a poll in the chat and see what's going on. Already, Sav, 67% has said, who do you think they said is better so far?
They have to have said Genie.
75% have now said Gravenberch is the better player. Blood. Let me make sure I get the question right. I put, who is the better player all round? Genie 20%, Gravenberch 80%. That's what the poll is saying, blood.
Absolutely disgraceful, bro.
That's what the poll is saying, brother. The people have spoken.
Big up Dustin. One thing I know about Dustin, I've known him for a minute now. He's a big Genie fan, blood. He's a big Genie fan. I saw Dustin arguing to put Genie up there with John Barnes and that before, bro. So I know Dustin. Listen, the disrespect, bro.
That's Jesus.
Oh my God, bro. And if I have to drop a disclaimer at the beginning of this video, fine, bro. This is not about not thinking Gravenberch is cold, bro. That is not what it is at all, bro. But there's levels to this thing, bro. At least let man enter the levels, bro. At least man get close to the levels, bro.
To be fair now, Sav, while people is joining, a few more people is voting, it's at 50-50, bro. It's 50-50.
This thing should be a landslide in favor of Genie, bro. I don't understand. What are we doing here, bro?
Who is the better player all round? 60% is saying Gravenberch is fluctuating. Guys, if you haven't placed your votes yet, please do. Let's see who's in the chat early doors, man. Big up to Dustin in the building. Grav over Genie is mad. I hear it, blood. Steve in the building. Big up, man. Hope you're well. Red for life. Big up, man. We're back again, man. I feel like we're doing bare shows in that in one day. It's long. Like, big up the man, them. I watched his channel after 1 hour and a half, 4 minutes. I asked, should they build England around Palmer? All of them said yes. Rum said Foden on the left. Don't do it, bro. Honestly, you already know, man. Come on, man. Told you this already, blood, last night. Guys are crazy, bro. Alexander, big up as well. Sideline in the building. Big up to you as well. LK in the building. Big up to you as well. Genie or Gravenberch, bro. This is crazy, blood. Obviously, Genie joined from Newcastle. 20 million. One of the fastest transfers I've ever seen as well, bro. I felt like we was linked with him and then we signed him the next day. I felt like there was... I didn't even feel like there was even a medical. That's how quick it was. It was
quick
done.
Business, bro.
Definitely a legend of the club. 100%, bro. Helped us win big trophies. A mainstay and never injured in the team. But Gravenberch is winning on the poll, bro. I don't know, Saf. I don't even know how to answer. I don't even know how to answer it, bro. What does Genie have over Gravenberch, or what does Gravenberch over Genie? Guys in the chat, man, you have to throw it in there. Do you know actually what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. But what do you think, Sab, man, in terms of who has what over who, in terms of attributes? Instead, we're not going to mention ceiling, or we're not going to mention potential.
I can't lie, bro. Genie's better at everything than Gravenberch, bro. I don't, listen. I don't get it.
I think, you know what? Let me go and look at
it. It's actually hurting my feelings, bro, because I tend to go attribute for attribute if the people ain't had the same career, because that's fair.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't compare Genie's career against Gravenberch, but what I would say is I'm also not going to take away Genie's career just to suit Gravenberch. He has to get to a certain level. Now, obviously, he's not the one asking to compare them, but we had, first of all, both people. I mean, you could say they've been moved position. Gravenberch played this position before, but a little bit different. Genie's position moved. Newcastle 15-16 season. He done left wing, he done right wing, he done 10 for Netherlands. He done up front and 10 and left wing. So he played everywhere. Obviously, we got a different Genie the unit that we got from Newcastle and the one what started at Liverpool was like two different genies in what they do. But once Klopp molded him into the player, but he didn't take him very long, bro. He pretty much took to that very quick. And then I'm gonna go with the attributes. Well, for someone who's as tall as Gravenberch is and size difference, Gini is one of the strong, if not he was our strongest player apart from Virgil, obviously. His whole thing is press resistant. So even though Gravenberch has a top level like that, Gini's whole thing is being press resistant, bro. That it's a long day trying to get the ball off him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You could argue, if I was going to be fair to Gravenberch, which isn't, if his dribbling's like a 9, Genius is an 8. So I'll give Gravenberch that. But it is to do with styles as well, because they play a little bit different.
Are people looking at what Gravenberch is doing right now and using that emotional standpoint instead of looking at what Gini actually did for us?
Put it this way: we don't trust the fan base to talk about Gravenberch before he got to Liverpool. We just not, because they don't know what they're talking about. So we talk about Liverpool.
Carl said, "I think Gravers has more talent to become great. While Gini, we know the story."
What does that mean, though?
I'll throw the link in the chat, man. Jump in, bro.
Explain yourself and
jump in, bro. The link is there, guys. I'll post it again.
Mike, when you come on too, blood.
I'll post the link again, guys. Come and talk to us, man. Let's have a conversation, because that's crazy.
Because that's the thing where people say people have more to come. All right, safe, bro. But that conversation would make sense to somebody who is on the cusp of being world class or something like that. Saying, because then it's like, well, they're doing this and they're on the cusp of doing this. Gravenberch is literally, he's almost restarted his career now.
Yeah,
that's almost what's happened. So he's at the beginning. So saying he's got more to come, but if that's the case, then Duran's better than Henry.
Dustin said Gini was perfect for 5 years straight.
Never injured either. He was a problem, man. Any negativity I had, not negativity, but if of course people have negatives to their game. The only thing I say about Gini towards the end, towards his last season, there is times in the game with Gini where he seems like he went missing. That's it.
Was he ever?
When I say times, you got to remember that we lost like 2 games all season, so it's not like many games. But when it was the games when teams went into low blocks against us and we were struggling to be creative on the ball, there was kind of nothing for Gini to do. The team's not leaving, so they're not counter-attacking on us. You get me? So then what's Gini got to do? He weren't being creative enough at that point, whereas obviously we know for Netherlands he was doing the creative role. But that's not a bad thing. Obviously I have to look at if there's some kind of this Michael's got a point there. This is what I want to know. This thing is not big up Michael, by the way. What does that mean, bro? I'm actually like,
guys, click the link.
This natural talent, natural ability thing. What does that mean? What does that mean? And Mike, you come on, man. It's all love over it, but I'm kind of. It's probably not your fault. I'm probably more triggered the fact that I keep hearing people say trigger words, but then don't say anything about what it means, bro. So then it's like, well, then everyone can use them words. I'm fed up of higher ceiling and natural ability and athleticism. Are there a better footballer or not, bro? Because man, going to talk about, because when people do the athleticism business as well, I'm like, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about, but I think you're going to talk about like the way they run and the speed and all that. Okay, but Pirlo just stayed in one spot, brother, and cooked everyone. So it's like, it doesn't, like, for example, if somebody's faster than somebody else, that doesn't make you the better player because you're faster, bro.
No.
It just means that the person who's watching it prefers people who are fast, bro. It doesn't mean you're fast. Suarez ain't that fast, bro. For top speed strikers, Suarez isn't that fast, bro. Suarez ain't faster than me, bro, and I ain't even rapid like that.
No, Suarez ain't fast at all, bro. You know what? I'm going back over Gini seasons, right? Just to see, like, apart from like consistency, like, where he was really consistent. 33 out of 36 like he played 36 games, 32, 37. Like he played pretty much all the time. His best season, it looks like, was in 16-17 when he got 6 goals and 9 assists. I didn't even remember him even scoring that many goals.
Hold on a minute. Better range of passing, better first touch.
Big up, Carl.
Better dribbling.
You're a mute, by the way, bro. Go on, here. Guys, jump in, man. I'll post the link again, man. Jump in. Let's discuss it, bro, because it's interesting to know why you think. Because, I'll put a poll in the chat, and at the moment, Gravenberch is winning. 56% says he's better all round than Genie was. That's the link, guys. Come in and let us know, man. But yeah, looking at Genie's season, man, he was consistent in terms of how many games he played, minutes wise and stuff like that. But yeah, looking at his passing, 91%, mostly 85%, most of the seasons he's played. But yeah, that's crazy.
He's not trying to explain stuff to me in the chat now. I'm trying to get it. So first of all, someone said, Savage, you yourself mentioned Wonder Kid. Yeah, because Wonder Kid's an actual label. That's why I mentioned it. I didn't mention it because I came up with the term over the player. I mentioned it because so people know what I'm talking about. So normally what happens is someone comes to Liverpool, and if loads of people don't know who that person is, me explaining that this person's a Wonder Kid instantly lets you know that wherever he comes from, he's highly rated in that academy based on the skill assets he has and the football IQ and intelligence he has while he's at that academy. That doesn't mean that someone who's not rated as a Wonder Kid isn't better than them. And I can give you loads. Like, okay, Neymar's a Wonder Kid. Oh, of course, isn't it? Neymar's a Wonder Kid. Bellingham's a Wonder Kid. Gravenberch was Wonder Kid. There's loads who weren't Wonder Kids, bro. Rooney was a Wonder Kid. There you go. Anyone remember Aguero being a Wonder Kid?
No.
Never happened, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, people didn't label.
Ronaldinho was a Wonder Kid. He just popped up, bro, and cooked.
Same thing, bro. Like, that doesn't me label. I didn't label him that. That comes from somewhere else, innit?
Came from the world, mate.
Yeah. And then obviously people start using it on like computer games and stuff. And when people start playing Football Manager and all that, then they start labeling. Then they start going into analyzing things and start calling people registers and destroyers and all this business. They ain't labeled that comes from me. I'm just using it to explain who they are, because a lot of people come to our team and people instantly mug them off. Who's this kid? I'm just explaining to you, but I'd go out my way to find out, and I go, no, this geezer's highly rated out here. Just that, we can be a bit snobby if you don't pay attention to the rest of football. And like if somebody's a killer in like Austria or something like that, well, we don't know in it until we get to the Champions League, and then you find out like, no, this geezer is like Haaland, for example. Loads of people didn't know who Haaland was until he played us. So
that's a fair point, to be fair. Carl, big up, man. Is your mic working?
It's on mute.
Oh, Carl, what's going on, bro? You good, Carl, bud? You all right?
Oh, okay. Big up for Red for Life. I get what you mean.
All right, man.
The thing is, though, you can't, and to what Red for Life saying, and you're saying other people are mentioning it, you can't use like, we have to, one thing which is not me making anything up, and it's not an opinion. You can't use potential to battle against someone's actual skill. Surely everyone gets that, innit?
Yeah.
Like, you can say, so you've heard loads of pundits and commentators and fans go, if he carries on like this, or this kid's going to be better than Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
This kid's going to be better than Thierry Henry. This one's going to be better than, and I'm telling you, you tell me if I'm wrong, but of all the people you've heard people say that of, let's just go Premier League, innit?
Yeah.
How come every time we still do Premier League Team of the Year that it's still the same players, man? The ones we were supposed to remember, everyone's supposed to come in and get better than them.
It's because like there's always going to be when people show as if they got that potential after they scored. Like someone scores a hat trick in a game. Like, oh my days, this reminds me of a young Wayne Rooney when he first stepped on the scene. And then they throw the potential thing in there where they go, oh yeah, if he carries on like this, then he's going to be amazing. But we know it doesn't work like that, bro. Like that, it could have been just the particular game on a particular day, and he showed up. But then the media hype, the player then thinks about, oh yeah, I'm better than what I am. And then you realize down the line, like 5 years later, bro, this guy has never hit the potential that these guys have set for him. And the reason is, bro, because he wasn't good, actually really good. He was just that day and that game. So when you say potential, there's so much things that can factor in. So much things. An injury could occur, take you off your path. You could make the wrong transfer move, go somewhere and don't play football, and then you can't hit the standards or the potential you should have been. But yeah, nah, Genie, obviously Genie's still playing at the moment, but yeah, nah, man, it's quite early for people to say Gravenberch is better. It's way too early. He's talented, and I rate him, but yeah, what Genie, the consistency that Genie displayed over the years and the trophies he won, yeah, Gravenberch ain't there yet. The potential side, if you think he's got talent, that's fine. I think he has talent as well. But at the end of the day, he still has to be consistent. This is only 9 games, you'd say? Genie did this across 5 years where he was playing 30 plus games in the Premier League alone without injuries, bro. And on a consistent level. You could always rely on a Genie to be that guy in the midfield obviously with Hendo and Fab, but you could always rely on Genie. Always. Ever fit, ever there. And when he came to the big games, bro, he turned up. That mad header from outside the box against City to help us win that game. Turned up for us against Barcelona. There's so many games that Genie turned up for us. And especially when we play the big teams, he was definitely one of the guys that stood out the most on the football pitch. But Gravenberch has years ahead of him, but he would have to win a Premier League, win a Champions League.
Oh, here you go.
To kind of be mentioned in the same breath as him. Yeah, Carl, bro, I don't know what's going on. But guys, listen, man, jump in, man. See you guys typing away in there. It saves me we have to read out all of them, bro. Just jump in, let's chop it up.
Yeah, all I know is that I've seen too many examples of people that haven't reached the level that people set for them. Too many examples, bro. Couldn't even tell you what some of them give up on football, bro. Became lawyers and that and accountants, bro.
DJs, musicians.
Man couldn't tell me where's Jack Rodwell, bro.
I don't even know where is actually Judd Rodwell.
Where's Sinclair? Remember the Man City Wonder kids?
Yeah. Even one we had as well, bro. There was, that it was like bro, yeah, man. And the other one called, was he Sturridge or Sinclair? We had another one as well. Tom Ince. They were saying that he was going to be.
Where's Makeda after he left Manu? Was to the one season, bro. My man, what's the Januzaj, blood?
Januzaj. Jesus Christ, them man there.
You get me? So happens all the time, blood. Bear them, Arsenal, man. Arsenal had buried them. Arsenal had buried them, bro.
Letelic, no, we had Letelic in it. What's the one that they had, man? That French youth, man. Adi, yeah, bro. Yeah, he used to say he was the next Henry and he had the talent.
You'd have Jeremy Adi, Francis Jefferson Reyes in the team, and R.I.P. Reyes and that.
R.I.P. bro, the big man. Mike said the trophies are irrelevant for me. Gravers can surpass.
Who mentioned
trophies? I did.
Oh, in terms of
for him to be involved in a conversation, he has to, because Genie was a big part of that. Gravers can be consistent, but even if he's consistent from a talent wise, he still has to show. He still has to have trophies to show for it. Still has to.
The thing, Gravenberch, bro, like, because people have to remember, like, at the beginning of the show, you said them man brought it up in the first place. So in fact, it was a super chat on Coppish where it came from, and then people carried on going it. So everyone in the chat keeps making their own rules to it. We just took what it said, bro. We didn't say compare them at Gravenberch at 22 and Genie at 22 because it was just whatever Genie and this Gravenberch, bro. Because the chat's only started talking about Gravenberch now, bro. And let's be honest, bro. Man was out here flying the flag last season, hanging on by a thread, trying to fly the flag for Man and that blood, and everyone was happy to just. You get me? So and don't try and tell me about his time at Bayern Munich because it didn't happen, bro. It was like the equivalent of 6 games, bro. No one cared about them games, bro. So when it's all this like potential and all that business, I'm like, no. The whole point is why me and Endz want to speak about in the first place is because it was more the fact that it could have been for the super chat to come up. It was like, equivalent. I'm thinking, okay, you brushed that away very quick, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Gravenberch is cold. He's got a long way to go to get to Genie's level. But if he continues like this, then maybe one day we'll have a conversation. No man wants to argue about ceilings and all that while carpenters and work at B&Q, blood. Like, you can't argue that, bro.
Big up Rasta Crab, man. Big up
you know how many little kids are on Instagram singing their heart out and that? What are you going to tell me that they got the ceiling of Whitney Houston and that? Like, what?
Is that better? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Right, let me see if I can edit the tonage, reduce that, and then drop that down there. Go on, what says testing? You good?
Hey, what's up?
All right, there you go, bro. Yeah, we can hear. Way better, bro.
Yeah, man, you have to look all depressed.
It's on my laptop. What?
You're looking all depressed in that, man. It's all right, man.
No, it's just that it's because I don't use this. I don't use it. This is a personal laptop. I always use my work laptop most of the time to do my Zoom and Teams talk. So I never have all the settings right on this one, right? So so I'm always looking to find out, which one I press mute on, that kind of thing. So it's a little bit I'm like, which one is it? Where is it? Where did I make the mistake?
An old man call, blood. Straightforward, blood. Click the mic bit.
Bro, it's not when you don't usually do those kind of things, right? So as much as you guys do it, so you guys already have a system. But let's get back to football. But like I said, like I commented, to me, Gravenberch is a better player, not because not necessarily because I think Genie is not what he is, what he has done as a player, but it's just that it's the profile, it's the profile of the player. Like I think with Gravenberch, you could play him in multiple positions. You could play him more as a playmaker role. Obviously, what he's doing.
Where's the proof?
Again, look, the proof is I see the talent.
No. You're not a talent scout, bro. Where's the proof? Genie's played in every position.
No, it's mad because I was literally going to say that. And you said about Genie Wijnaldum. Shout out to obviously Carl as well. Genie Wijnaldum came up as a winger, as a forward, as a number 10. He ended up at Liverpool playing as a deeper midfielder or a deep 8. You saw what he'd done for Holland anytime he played for international football. And the critique of Genie Wijnaldum wasn't that he wasn't capable of playing football, is why is he not more attacking? And obviously that's down to the system. Genie Wijnaldum as a youngster was a massive, he's a prodigy. In terms of you see the old Kobe Mainu talk, he's like Seydorf, that was Genie Wijnaldum in terms of when you looked at his stature, his ability, Genie Wijnaldum never lost the ball. And that was what Genie Wijnaldum was about. So look, I'm not saying Gravenberch isn't good, but when we're talking about who's the better player, it depends again, what you're looking for. If you're saying stylistically you prefer Gravenberch because he's a bit more, I have to put it, jinky in terms of he's going to pretend to give you a step and go left and go right, great. But when I look at, for example, players that I've played with, in terms of players that, that don't lose the ball and are similar to that just more complete. I always look at Genie Wijnaldum in terms of Liverpool. That's the type of player that we had. Moussa Dembele was another one like that where
I was just gonna say
where they're very similar stylistically. They don't lose the ball, and the reason why Genie Wijnaldum even played as a deeper player for Liverpool was because the types of midfielders that we had at the time weren't good enough to then keep the ball in the way Genie Wijnaldum could. You could give the ball to Genie Wijnaldum, he puts his foot on the ball, and players can't win it off him. We saw it so many times for Liverpool. And I think, obviously, not hindsight, but when you're sitting here and you've got Gravenberch and he's playing so well, it's easy to just forget how good Genie Wijnaldum was. And you got to understand as well that the roles are different, because when Gravenberch was playing for Klopp, he didn't look anything like this. People wanted him out. So look, both players are talented. I don't know whether why we're comparing Genie Wijnaldum to Grav in the first place, but yeah, man,
Jerry, I think come from a finger, and it wasn't even that.
If you allow me to get a little bit further in, I would have told you. I think those guys are two different players. I think that just like you said, you could bring a Genie in all over the field, like you said, to the wingers in the midfield. But I think that Gravenberch I think he can play all three positions. I think he has talent and the knowledge, and I think he could have the consistency to play all three positions in the midfield as an attacker.
Have you seen them? Have you seen him play in them positions though? Or are you just guessing?
Look, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it can't be.
No, but it's guesswork.
You don't have faith, brother. You believe in Jesus Christ?
No, bro. This is football.
Man said Jesus Christ, you know. I can't believe what I just heard.
Don't bring Jesus into this, blood. Like,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Man ain't trying to have faith. This is what we're doing now, having faith in football.
No. Look, I'm joking. Okay, this is why I think that he can play as an attacking midfield. I think he's very tidy with the ball. He dribbles well. He can keep the ball as well as anybody that I've seen who play as an attacking midfielder. I think we've seen what he has done as a deep line playmaker, as a 6. I like what I'm seeing as an 8. We saw it a little bit of last year. Yes, he was inconsistent in that club setup, but I do think that also when he first started, he was looking very good. So much so we might say, hey, he might be able to displace Jones just for a minute, just for a second. But after that, just that the performance didn't improve, right? But I do think that when you look at a player like that, you could be like, you know what, you have the confidence to be like, you know what, I'm gonna try you as an 8. I'm gonna try you as a 6. I'm gonna try you as a playmaker. Because again, talent, the things we see that he can do with the ball.
It is, but look, one thing that I'm not I hear it I get it. I think he's playing well. I've been on Endz's channel. Me and Endz have spoken about Grab as well because I wasn't really on him last season. I'm open. When I say I'm wrong in terms of whether he could play this season, I'm wrong. But we're not going to talk the talent he's got with the ball is something we've never seen before. In terms of offensively as well, Gravenberch, he's never ever been the type of player to go and put up numbers. So when you going back to obviously using Gini Wijnaldum as an example, this is a player that's on multiple occasions scored 10+ goals in a season, in the league from midfield. That's something that Gravenberch has never, ever, ever gone and shown. And to say, yeah, he could play as a number 10, yeah, he could do, but then we might be in the same situation with we are with Szoboszlai, where you're looking at it and thinking, where's the output? Why is he not getting goals? Why is he not getting assists? Even though he's going and still looks nice on the ball. Because I think sometimes as fans, when you look at someone playing football, you like the way they go and play football, but the output or the effect or the impact they have in the game isn't really the same. You got to marry the two, I think.
Jerry, I'll tell you why I take from just a football perspective, why I think that he can play that position, right? So it's not how he looks on the ball. I think one of the reasons is because of his decision making, and then once he decides to make a decision, I think he's able to execute it. Obviously, when we compare one of the best playmaker in the league is Odegaard, right? So I think when Odegaard plays, he's a bit intricate. He plays a lot of 1-2s and move. But I think the difference between Odegaard and him, if they were playing that position, it would have been the stride that he makes, that he opens up the field for the attackers by taking long stride and by making accurate and quick passes. I think that those are his points that I think that can make him a playmaker. Compared to Odegaard. Odegaard, it's just quick movement, quick passes, and shooting around the top of the 16, top of the box. But I think with him as a playmaker, he will look a little bit different. It'll be stretching. It'll be a lot more stretching, a lot more chances for him to shoot at the top of the box. Those are the things that I see that can develop in his game to become a playmaker.
I think the shots, from shots outside the box, I think that's definitely somewhere where you can improve. I think we even saw in the last game where he went in, cut inside and took a shot, and it was just balance all over the place, because doing it on the run is a bit difficult. But again, what you're saying, I agree. His best attribute is when he's going and breaking lines with his strides. That's why I think he's better in a deeper line position. To play in that number 10 role, you have to be intricate. That's the whole point. And someone like Gravenberch, as of yet, in his career, I've never seen him be able to just be in there and doing cute little 1-2s, and that's very difficult to go and do. That profile of player usually is much shorter. When you're that tall, when you're as tall and as imposing as he is in midfield, if you're going to compare him, Like you need a bit of space to be able to go and do what you're doing.
Okay. So Jerry, quick question. I don't know.
Carl, before you ask that question,
yeah,
I'll ask you this one. What you 3 key things you think Gravenberch is better than Genie at?
3 key things is better than Genie at.
Let's not use goals in a set. Let's just go attributes.
No, I'm not talking about goals. Yeah, 3.
Okay, cool.
Are we talking about his technical attribute, or is it just what aspect of just anything?
Anything. 3 attributes you think he's better than Genie.
I think he's again, Genie is not bad at it, but I think it just Gravenberch might just be a little bit. I think just like he said, and we've been saying, is that he stride with the ball. I love the fact that how he drop a shoulder. He's really good at dropping shoulder, invading into spaces and reading space. I think Gravenberch is exceptional at reading space, evading into space, and manipulating space. I think one of
yo, what do you mean? All right, I hear. Go,
manipulating space. I think one of the biggest thing. I think it was shown in a video. In a video that the Liverpool was doing is that he was facing Van Dijk. He was facing the left side of the field, but the thing is he was able to manipulate all the players, thinking that he was going this way and then but go the other way. I think that's what I'm talking about, manipulating space, right? It's creating space where there was none, that there was no space before, right? Because you understand the game, right? He was supposed to go left, and then he could have gone in the middle, but he was able to get
and he went left,
right, to the right. I think those are the things that I think.
Did he just go left and did he come back?
What?
Sideline, big old sideline.
Carl, come back, man. What the hell?
Well, if you want to say it that way, sure. But again,
We're listening. I'm listening.
Those are the things that
so
I think
manipulating space. You think Carl is Gravenberch is better than Genie?
Yes.
What was the other 2? I'm actually listening, but I don't even understand. Manipulating space, stride with the ball, and what was the other one?
Oh, and I also think that he reads the game pretty well defensively. He reads the game pretty well.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the one thing that I'll die on the hill.
Sorry, man, I'm having my biryani here.
The whole shoulders
all the time.
No, but the way
turn the ball on a half turn, turning the ball all the time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So if we're talking about, you think, he's more talented, more skillful, got more of these jinky, I hear that. Like, he's got more athleticism. Like, he's taller, longer, cool. But when you're talking about reading the game, again, I said it. This is a player that's played up front and scored goals in the Dutch league. He's played on the wing, scored goals. He's played on the 10, scored goals. Came to the Premier League, got relegated with a team and scored 10 goals.
You and I already agreed that Gravenberch's talent is not going to get him into the wing. Gravenberch's talent is going to stay in the midfield. I think
that's my point. So when you're saying
him to go or to kind of compare them,
but you just said
that he's never going to be.
No, exactly. But you don't know he's never going to be. Same way no one thought Gerrard would go and end up playing right mid for Benitez and get the most assists he ever got. So what I'm trying to say, as of today, that's my point. So as of today, but if you're talking about IQ and saying that you can play multiple positions, there's a player that we're talking about, or you got on the picture here, that can play multiple positions and that has played multiple positions, and there's evidence of it. To just say, I think he could go and play it. Guess, I think if you played Haaland as a centre-back, he'd be decent. But he's never going to play a centre back. So we're not talking about that.
I think you guys are being very unfair. I think you guys are being very unfair to Gravenberch.
You're being unfair, bro.
How can it be unfair if I'm telling you how Gravenberch is good?
Nah, you do not. You do not drag the ball league up. 1 minute you're talking about hidden potential, then you do not Doctor Strange talking about manipulating space.
It's all potential.
Carl, if you allow me just for a second. Big up, guys.
Big up.
Thank you so much, Red. Sorry, man. I was saying that I was having my Saeed special biryani here, but I don't know, man. Anyway, in my opinion, that this question, who is better, this player or that player, I don't like these questions, and the reason why is it's always going to be unfair for one or the other. Reason why one player could have been, playing in a system that doesn't really suit them, didn't bring out the best of their abilities or whatnot. Different eras. They were playing at a team that didn't won that many trophies. Like some of the guys here in the chat, they were saying, well, if you're gonna go by trophies, that means Gerard cannot speak to Scholes, right? You can't compare them. Scholes won way more trophies than Gerard. Anyway, that's why I don't like it. But what I would like to say, do you think Grava last year was better than this year, comparing the player to themselves? Have they developed? Have they advanced? Have they adapt to the system that they're playing? I think that's a little bit more valid question. I'm going to confess, when I saw the question, I put Gravenberch. And the reason why, and the only reason why, is I see a really good talent that suit the system that he's playing in, right? Gini Wijnaldum, no matter how much you're gonna go through the abilities, this guy is both of them are qualities. Both of them have, especially Gini, have proved it throughout like 5 seasons or 6 seasons. I think it was 5, right? He have proved his abilities, proved his skills, proved his qualities and all of that. So you can't argue that. Come on, man. Barcelona 4-0. Barcelona 4-0. Yeah, I chose Gravenberch.
Trained answer, bro, and tell us your answer.
I told you I put Gravenberch because he is my cup of tea. Nothing more, nothing less. Not on trophies, not on abilities, not on like skills. Gini is a very skillful and a great player. 4-0 Barcelona. Gini.
Yeah,
he was half of the story.
We
right?
won that game strictly because of Gini. Yes.
So
yes.
It's the only reason why I picked Gravenberch is just my cup of tea. That's all.
Let's get any involved in it, bro. Big up, bro, by the way. What you saying?
Big up, bro, man. Big up the panel as well. No, I'm good, man. Yeah, I've been listening, and I think the only reason why someone would pick Gravenberch, for me, at this moment in time, is just recency bias. I think people are forgetting how important Gini was to the Liverpool system, especially in the big games. Now, I'm not saying Gravenberch can't. I think he's got the potential to be better than someone like Gini Wijnaldum, but at the moment, I think someone mentioned it, bro. It's been like 9 games, and he had a very inconsistent season last season. So I think for us to be saying,
you
sitting
wanted
here,
to sell him. I remember
say that again, bro.
You wanted to sell him. You wanted to sell him.
Yeah, I wanted. But listen, I'm an emotional wreck at times. Look, I told you, bro. Trust, bro. I might want to sell bare players, didn't it? I think, I said I wanted to sell him and Sobo in the summer. So yeah,
yes,
I'll put my hands up and say that.
Yes, you did. Right on G a live stream.
Yeah. No, I remember. Yeah. I think I called them both ASOS models or something like that, and I wanted to sell both of them. But look, I put my hands up. Look, I don't think I was any different to a lot of Liverpool fans as well, man. He had a very uninspiring season last season, very inconsistent. So I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting rid of him. I can't lie, but since then, obviously, he's proved me wrong. I think he's been our best player this season. And I agreed with some of the points you're saying about the skill sets that he has, driving into space, etc., etc. I feel like maybe he's got it's a bit more aesthetically pleasing when we watch someone like a Gravenberch in it. So that's why some people might lean towards him. But the job that Gini done, I think Jerry mentioned it, recycling the ball, hardly ever losing the ball, and then scoring in the big games as well.
All right, Mark, you're doing too much.
Man said,
Mark just called him. He just called Gravenberch the Black Steven Gerrard. But this is what I'm saying. Bro.
You're doing too much. Doing too much, man. Doing too much.
He needs to chill still. But I'll quickly finish out. Gini, like I said, in the big games, excellent. The only frustrating thing about Gini, I remember from his time at Liverpool, was that sometimes he didn't pass the ball forward. But I feel like a lot of that was instruction, because we saw in other systems, I think Jerry mentioned when he went on international duty, bro, this guy was scoring like every other game, and we're thinking, bro, why are we not getting this version of him at Liverpool?
That's why when man mentioned Gravenberch being techie, I'm like, well, the man of us never seen Gini with the ball, bro, when he went just
And the thing is, and that's what I'm saying as well. Like when you're talking about IQ, right? To have a player that is naturally like this is like the equivalent, right, of us going and grabbing like the Chiesa, and all of a sudden we're like, Chiesa, go and play as an 8, as a deep line 8. That's the equivalent. He's playing on the go look back. He played on the wing, played up front. He was just a forward. Plays a second striker. At Newcastle that season, he played second striker. He had never gone and played. Maybe he played in that Dutch. I mean, when he was under 16 or something, he played in the Dutch youth league as a centre mid. He didn't do it up until he was 26 years old, came into it and looked. Do you know what I mean? Was a starter. Was one of the first names on the tee sheet. So when we're talking about IQ and game understanding, that's the definition of game understanding, where you can go and do the job that you have to do, even if it means sacrificing your attacking output and still be an important part of the team. Then go into another system, whether it's on international break, play as a number 10 and look fine.
Hey Jerry, to even further that point, do you remember that game Genie played at the back? It just came to my mind now.
Yeah, he played as a centre back.
Yeah, he played centre back.
Centre back.
I think it was against
That's
Brian.
why when Cole said you think Gravenberch can play in more positions, I'm like, bro, Genie actually did, bro.
No, but I said in position in midfield. I didn't try to expand it.
Yeah, but you were still doing the predictive.
I'm talking about him. I'm talking about midfielders. I'm not talking about the things that he can do. Genie can do on the wing. Wherever you want to put him, on wherever else apart from midfield that you guys want to put him. Like I'm only comparing the midfielders to midfielders.
But he's played everywhere in midfield already. And
Carl,
one
you're
at a
beating
time.
a dead horse a little bit there, man.
But by definition, he's played everywhere in midfield. He's played as a 6, he's played as an 8, and he's played as a 10. Where
and
he's
those are the only thing I want to compare to. Those are the only thing.
But then he's done it, and Gravenberch hasn't done it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, I answer Gravenberch again. Carl, you're kind of beating a little bit of a dead horse. You know, or the horse is just almost dying.
It's all dying. It's dying. It's dying. You're just not listening.
No, listen, man. Like Genie, as the guys were saying, you know, Genie is a great player. He played in so many freaking multiple positions. He played in the 8. He played in 6. He played even in the 10. I think there was one match he played in as a center back. We had freaking Jordan Henderson playing center back that time. I think it was around that time, right? When Henderson played as center back.
Yes, and then he also got injured. Yeah.
Well, it was a crisis. It was an emergency, and he stepped up to the plate. And I tell you, whenever anyone say Genie, Barcelona, man, Barcelona game, you cannot deny that. So again, I'm
not denying his greatness. I think what I'm trying to say, what I want to say is that here we have a 21 or 22-year-old is that we. Of course, I think the number one reason why he's playing better this year is because I think he's happier. I think he's getting in a little bit of a better system suited for him. But I also think he would have had a almost not similar similar performances under Klopp if Klopp was here. I think again he said it himself at the beginning of the season. I came back early. I'm happy in Liverpool. I'm happy playing for this team. I love the vibe around the team. And I think that's a huge mental aspect of the game that sometimes we don't talk about. And I think you've seen the performances week in, week out, being better and better and being consistent. And I think it would have been the same thing on the Klopp. I don't know if you would have had the game time to do it, but I think you guys would have seen a similar performance.
Well, okay, I'll agree on some of what you say, and the reason why I would add another reason. You made me actually add another reason why I chose Gravenberch is I can see the potential that he might be a bigger player than Gini Wijnaldum, but that's going to be another year or even 2 at least, right? Like if he was still playing in club system, he wouldn't perform as good as what we're seeing or what we saw in like just only 9 games, right? Yeah. So we all see and we all agree that he has a lot of potential. The sky's the limit for when it comes to his potential, but he's not there yet. But as I say, like whenever you ask these questions, okay, which one you prefer, red color or the blue color, right?
The question was though, Sideline, who's the better player all
around? That's all I keep saying. Everyone keeps changing the question.
I know, but it's really hard to answer it, right? Because if I'm giving you my answer, it will be my personal preference. But if I compare these two players, no, the comparison is not fair. Genie is better, and the reason why he proved it, like for 5 seasons.
Do you think Genie's better? Why didn't you pick Genie then?
Because as I said, I have to put my personal preference on it, which is who's my cup of tea. Like the same question goes out: who's a better player, Ronaldo or Messi? At the end of the
I
day,
fully get it. You're just exactly. That's what I'm saying.
like,
if stylistically you prefer a certain player, that's what I
yeah,
said. If
that's
someone
about
said,
it.
stylistically, I like how
Well,
that's
based
cool.
on the question, you think Genie was?
That's what I'm saying, man.
all round.
Endz never asked everyone who's their favorite player at Genie.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I love how okay, I'll tell you that Gravenberch. I love how he turns around and progress, with the ball down the middle, and his attacking creativity, like his creativity up in the field. Maybe Genie, we didn't see that because he was not used to do that. Genie, his work rate, I think he was the highest at Liverpool in his prime, on his peak. He was higher than Jordan Henderson or Milner or any of the midfielders that we had, right? So each one has a different quality to them, right? But both are physical. Both their positioning is really on spot most of the time. Their football IQ is really high, and I believe that Gravenberch could potentially have the ability to play multiple positions, but he needs time. He's only 22, and his football career is ahead of him, is not behind him.
Yeah. I think that's a conversation. If we're still shooting the shit still in 3 years, we should revisit that, because I think in 3 years it will be a fairer a comparison between those two players, right? To see what they have accomplished, a consistency. I think sometimes when we're looking at we're trying to bring a player that's younger, comparing to a younger player that's in the squad to a player that's older in the squad.
I can't listen, big man. I don't know if you figured out the content creator thing yet, but man ain't waiting 3 years.
But that's my problem with the
okay.
It's
Carl,
unserious conversation.
I'm going to make it simpler and I'm going to make it easier. Yeah, I'm going to go around the panel and ask everyone the question that's in the poll. Very simple, very straightforward.
Go ahead.
Who is the better player all round, Sav?
Gravenberch.
Didn't say you, blood. Sav.
Genie.
Go on then, Carl.
I said Gravenberch.
Any, who's the better player all round?
Genie.
Sideline.
Yo, you a cop out, Any, man.
Grava.
Back to the coffer for living my truth and that. What you want to do?
I know. Grava.
Yo, you trying to play the panel. You trying to play the panel. You trying to play Endz.
You only asked, because he only asked for a straight answer for it, right? So I gotta respect
for a straight answer.
Yep. And I'm giving you a straight one.
Better play all round.
Gravenberch.
Go on, Jay. Who's yours?
Genie for me.
Chat, you guys can answer that as well, man. Put Genie in there if it's Genie and put Gravenberch if it's Gravenberch.
Did you give yours?
Mine is Genie, bro.
No, just asking if you gave yours.
No, I'm giving mine. So Genie's a better player all round, bro.
You don't count, man. You don't count. You don't want to.
Why don't I count, bro?
You created the survey. You can answer your own survey. You can answer your own survey. Come on, no.
But even if Endz doesn't count, it's 3 against 2.
I'm teasing, bros. I'm teasing.
Sorry, go on, Sam. What was you saying?
No, I'm saying it's interesting thing because obviously at the beginning of the show, people were talking about other people talking about Palmer and it doing that everywhere as well. And I always find like everyone finds it hard until it's like they're really excited about playing and happy to just say that he's better than everyone else. But listen, man.
Do you know what? You know what, Sav? That's the great point, right? Because like me with a certain player, like I don't know. Whoever, like Jones, like Jones, no matter what it is, because I'm a Jones fan, right?
That's the Gravenberch curse.
But with the Jones thing, I'm like, cool. No matter when, where, how, I'm telling people Jones is a baller. Like me and any argue about all the time. I'm telling Jones is a baller. He's a baller, right? Yeah. But I'm not waiting for him to have a run of 9 games where he's playing proper well to be like, I told you guys, is he better? Is he better than X player? Is he better than no? Because last season I didn't hear anyone try to tell me Gravenberch is this top player, or that he's better than Gini, or that he's Frank Rijkaard and Seedorf and every black Dutch midfielder in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
You did not talk to
You're
me.
right. You're right in that.
I would have told you he's a good player. And just thought maybe he's playing.
Not a good. I didn't say he's not a good player. You're missing my point. You would have never said.
I'm not accusing you. You said you didn't think he was a good player. I'm not accusing. I'm saying if you talked to me, I would have. I don't know. share those opinions that he's a good player. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
you probably would have.
that.
No, you probably would have shared it. You would have never gone and said. You would have never gone and said that he's better than Genie Wijnaldum, or that he's better than this, or like I don't know who said it. That he's the Black Gerrard. No one would have said it. And what I'm trying to say is,
again, I don't see football that way. I don't see football that way. I try. I think earlier in as a youngster, I used to look at, oh, he's better than that. I no longer view football that way. I try strictly to look at players from an individual standpoint of what you can do and cannot do. I think I've left that kind of a analysis behind of looking at players. Oh, you're better than Ronaldo. You're better than Messi. Oh, you could do this better than Neymar. Or
I hear that. So no, I get it. I got a question. Just to ask quickly. Sorry, man. Yeah, I got a question just to ask. So last season with Gravenberch, you were standing on the fact that you thought he was the best midfielder, the best Liverpool's best midfielder. You thought he was a good player, but you thought that before.
That would not have been my opinion.
That's my point.
He's a player with good, decent amount of talent who can be a great player for Liverpool.
So it took you 9 games to think he was better than Genie.
He's not playing. Just you could have the talent to do great things and not do it.
Carl, you based in it then based on what you're saying? It's based off of the 9 games.
It's strictly based on the 9 games and what I've seen when he was as an Ajax player. Yes, those are strictly from things he has done. But if I'm basing it last year, of course, based on performance and what he's done, he's not good enough. He wasn't as good. We could compare him to Genie because it was a downward trajectory.
Carl, you made me change my mind, man. I'm gonna with your logic. I'm gonna go with Genie. I'm sorry, man.
Oh man,
I hear you. No, I hear you, man. Listen.
I'm
not gonna call him like.
Actually, carry on. One minute. Carry on 1 minute. Carry on, Sardan. Sorry, bro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Listen, man. I'm not gonna call him Black Stephen G. You know, I don't like that. You know,
that's useless. That's useless.
It is useless. Yeah, it is. And listen, man. Like Gravenberch only played nine games. That's it. Probably even 8 out of the 9 for us, right? This season.
He played at Ajax,
and we're building our opinion on this season, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I as I said again, the only reason I don't believe that Gravenberch yet is better than Genie, but the only reason I would pick Gravenberch over Genie is just the style of football that he plays. That's it. The way how he moves with the ball, it's silky freaking smooth, man. You know, but it's a dead horse yet. For now, it's a dead horse. Like if you say, based on the 9 games, well, come on, man. That Genie like played for us like for 5 seasons, right? His work rate was the highest in most of the games that he played. He was a big game changer in a lot of games that he did for us, right? I can't argue against that.
Yeah, especially against Man City. I think he was one of the key players. I think every time against Man City, every time we play and beat Man City,
he was the player, right?
He was one of the top player there. Like again, I have love for the dude. I have love for Genie. I have love for him. But the thing is that
just like now, bro.
Yeah, but Genie don't want your love.
Oh man,
Genie don't want your love, bro.
Shut up, you man.
9 games, 9 games,
right. And you know what? You know what's funny? Because I saw this with other teams last season with different players in it. You know, Kobe Mainoo was the flavour of the month last season. I told you that I rated him anyway from Premier League 2 from the youth team and that, bro. And everyone called off on him. But if you had asked Man U fans last season, in fact, if you asked Liverpool fans too last season, if you asked who's better, Kobe Mainoo or Gravenberch, they would have picked Mainoo as well, bro. Yeah, and that's what people change their mind so quick, bro.
No. Like to me, every time I saw Kobe Mainoo as an example, again, I've always seen that one of the biggest reasons why we're dominating the game. One of the reasons I think is because his off the ball things he was doing. He was never in the right place. Not Genie. I'm talking about Kobe Mainoo.
Well, against Liverpool.
Yes, I felt like he was
this season. This season only.
Last season.
Last season when he knocked us out of the FA Cup. That last season.
That's only 1 game.
He scored a banger against us in the Prem as well.
Hold on.
But that was
Kobe Mainoo was poor last season.
If we handle business Again,
you
if
did
he
9
handle
games,
business,
what's the difference?
he never gets that chance. If he handle business, he never gets that chance.
But Carl, you gave 9 games to the reason why you think someone's better. So,
and will you allow me to ask? And will you allow me to ask another question?
Sam, ask the question. What's the question?
I'm just gonna because might as well just escalate
the stuff that he's done.
1 second, mate.
I just want to ask this simply because it's a name that always flies around with. So I'll ask this question as well. On the panel and in the chat, does everyone think Gravenberch is better than Pogba?
No.
But why not? No. His last 9 games were better than Pogba's last 10.
Yeah.
No, Jay,
I told you, man. The logic is wrong. You're converting me, man.
Jay, that was unfair, but that was uncalled.
No, it's not unfair, bro.
All right. Pogba's last 2 seasons, Gravenberch in his last 9 games has been better than Pogba's last 2 seasons. Well, so now what?
Last 2 seasons for Pogba, he hasn't been playing. He's been injured, so I can't
even
make a comparison.
His last 2 seasons, Pogba's last 2 seasons, Gravenberch has had a better 9 games. Exactly. So he's better than.
I'm sure he's better than him. He's better. Sure. If that's what you want me to say, he's better. I don't see he hasn't been playing. Pogba hasn't been playing for 2 years.
1 year.
3?
1 year.
1 year. Well, he's been suspended for 1 year, but because of injury, he hasn't been playing consistently, right? Am I wrong on that?
So is Gravenberch better than him?
He was injured as well,
yeah. So is Gravenberch better than him? Gravenberch has been playing, so he's better. Okay, cool, he's better. But I don't think as a player, the Paul Pogba player versus Gravenberch is there's no competition, man. There's no competition there.
But why not? Why don't you think so? Because if you're looking at profile, they're quite similar.
I just think Paul Pogba was better.
I'm saying, why don't you think so? Why don't you think, like, why do you think Pogba's there's no competition? That's what I'm trying to find out, just to get an idea.
I think the stuff that Paul Pogba was doing, it was just his passing, just his passing alone, his range of passing alone, is just better, man.
Okay.
Why we making this a conversation?
Let me help you here, Carl.
Pogba was a top 5 midfielder.
I'm going to come and help you.
Like that as well.
Carl,
I'm looking at Paul.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to come in and help you with this, and I have to leave. But listen, if you ask me Pogba, and I will tell you which Pogba, Juve Pogba or United Pogba.
Range of passing.
It doesn't matter. I'm straight. To me, it doesn't matter. I think.
No, it does. It does.
Menu,
Pogba at Juve, he was great.
Man United is a shit ass team. Anything that comes there, die. Okay. Anything that goes there, die. So let's just talk about the player, his talent, what he can do. And I take that from his range.
You're talking about what did Pogba win? Didn't he win like FA Cup, Europa League?
Pogba wasn't even rubbish at Man U.
He won. I don't even care what
he was. He was okay, but the club over there is just shit. You know, it's just shit. Full of burying.
You're talking about the player, not the club, bro. And he won stuff.
Yeah, but it affects the player though. It affects his abilities.
It didn't stop him from winning trophies. It didn't stop him from winning trophies and performing.
How many? What did they win?
I think they won 3 trophies in his time there.
That tells you everything. What, FA Cup and Europa?
Yeah, he won the Europa League under Mourinho and he finished second as well, above us.
That's more Mourinho. That's more Mourinho than the actual club.
So the man ain't kicking the football then.
He's also a World Cup winner. Lest we forget, he's also a World Cup winner. We can't forget about that. And he was a big part in that World Cup. That World Cup.
Yeah. Well, so. I'm not. To me, his accolades don't even matter to me. I'm strictly talking about just a football player because trophies are won with team. Trophies are not won by a single player.
All right, do you like Morgan Rogers? Do you think Morgan Rogers is good from Aston Villa?
Oh, Jerry. Well done, man.
Let's
compare Morgan Rogers and Gravenberch.
Do you like Morgan Rogers? No, Carl. It's an honest thing. Do you like Morgan Rogers?
Opinion, bro.
Honest opinion. I think Gravenberch is better than Rogers. I will take a Gravenberch, yes, but again. If I can buy Rodgers and bring him to Liverpool, I will.
You know how mad that sounds, bro? You hesitant to say, would you keep the most informed midfielder in our team?
You know, I'm not hesitant. I'm not hesitant. I just like the other play. I just also
you're not
like
watching him. Okay, Carl. Carl. How many games have you watched of Morgan Rogers this season?
I've watched two. And
you've seen how many games?
I've watched against Arsenal, and I've watched.
And how many games of Gravenberch have you watched?
I've watched all of it.
And in the 2 games, you're saying Morgan Rogers is better than Gravenberch?
No. I've not. That's not what I said. I said I'll pick Gravenberch. I just said.
You hesitated though, bro. No, so you thought about the 2 games over the 9 that you've watched.
Ask it again.
I'm not asking you again. It was not my question.
You know the answer. You know.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm just going to be honest. I'm taking Morgan Rogers because he runs better with the ball. He's stronger. He's more offensively. He's a bit better. Yeah, and obviously what he done in the championship as well was mad, and what he done at the CA Academy. So I'm going to take Morgan Rogers. That's just my opinion, though.
All right.
Yeah, big up, guys. I gotta go back to work here, but thank you so much. Take care, everyone.
Big up to you, man. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, buddy.
Yeah.
Nah, man, Carl, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. Your takes, I don't know, bro.
Bro, I have sensible take, man. You guys.
Okay, Carl. Can I ask you one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What was the last? So, content creators. What was the last 3 content creators you watched recently?
Football. Most of the time, I'll say the last 3 was you twice, and then the football terrace.
No, skip. So we won. Just say we won. So in terms of the content creators themselves, not the videos, the content creator. What was the last 3 you watched?
It was the last 2. I'll say terrace, and then after that, I listened to a podcast. So I'm guessing it was the ESPN FC podcast. So
them man do their bias takes on Liverpool.
So I didn't really listen.
Them man. I hear it. No, I just wanted to. So Man United podcast.
Before I was mostly
the bias guys.
Yeah, but mostly I was listening to before I find you guys, because again I vibe with you guys because your football takes are not dumb. You challenge me, and I think about football a different way. But again, the other ones are like Don Usam. Again, I like him sometimes. He's funny, but at times I think he's a moron. He's a moron. I think he's a moron about football. His sin is always about okay. I don't want to digest into that again. And I stopped listening to him most of the time. I started gravitating more to you guys, to you, Popish. Because again, you guys are more my vibe and think of football better than some of the other content creators who are just like I think their football take is very childish, for lack of a better word. It's just childish. It's not really rooted in the game. It's rooted in personality, in who I like and who I don't like today. So it's not enjoyable.
All right, no, listen, I hear it. I'm just asking because that substituting one of the club's legend out for a guy that you're saying good for 9 games is a bit crazy to me, bro.
No, bro, I am not doing that.
And then you use the way that he runs with the ball. Genie was one of the best at turning into space and running, bro.
Yeah, but again, just like Sideline said, I just think I like it better. I think maybe it looks better.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it's been it's attracting me to his style of football. I just like the way he does it better, maybe. But I don't know. Genie it's been a while, but still fresh in my memory. But again, he's in the past. Like I'm not too focused on him anymore because he's no longer at the club. Again, mad respect, mad love. Again, we won that UCL strictly because of him.
Question is do you prefer Gravenberch? Not actually prefer. Do you think it's better Gravenberch or Jabi Alonso? Because Jabi Alonso can't do what Gravenberch does.
Oh, bro. My guy, man, why are you doing this to me, man? Jay, man, come on.
Bro, I'm trying to. No. Do you know I'm asking questions so I can get a better understanding of where you're coming from. That's it. So I'm asking Jabi Alonso can't do what Gravenberch does. Like you can't.
I thought you were trying to be not genuine about this.
No, I'm genuine.
Okay, so yes, Xabi Alonso. Again, it's just I think
why would you pick Xabi Alonso? Because really, when you think about it, the only thing he's got is passing, right?
I think Xabi Alonso was a very smart player. I love his IQ of the game, way better than a lot of players in the world. His IQ of the game, his passing, his range of passing, short, medium, long, everything about him was just it was just you just admire football. If you're a lover of football, no matter if you didn't like Liverpool or he played at another squad, or when he was in Real Madrid, you just appreciate it. And if you're a lover of football, you just appreciate it.
Would it not be fair to say then that apart from passing, then with Xabi Alonso, and then obviously the debatable IQ situation, Gravenberch is better than Xabi Alonso because he can run with the ball better, he can play in more positions, he's taller, he's stronger, stylistically he looks nice as well. He's got that drop on the shoulder. Like Xabi Alonso couldn't do that.
Yes, but every player don't have the same attribute, right? So some players, their attribute is are the things, right? So,
right. So to that
those
point,
other things that make them better, other things that make them worse.
100%. So to that point, when we're talking about Gini Wijnaldum, going back to him, then is it not fair to say then that every player have different strengths? So of course, Gini Wijnaldum didn't have the long strides like Gravenberch because he hasn't got that height.
Yeah.
But to go and say he's better and then use the fact that he can drop the shoulder, the way he drops the shoulder, the way he manipulates space because of his height and because of his profile, that's a bit disingenuous then to use that as an argument to say that he's better.
It's not disingenuous. Life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. What? Just because you're shorter and then that doesn't allow you to do.
No, I'm not talking about life. No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about life being fair. I'm joking, Jay. I'm talking about your argument not being fair.
I'm joking, Jay.
Yeah, I know, I get it. But I'm saying I'm talking about your argument not being fair. So I'll frame it differently. I'm saying if you're saying Gini Wijnaldum, if you're saying, oh, you like Gravenberch, you think he's better than Gini Wijnaldum because of the way he drops the shoulder and the fact that he does this and he breaks strides and stuff. Xabi Alonso couldn't do it, and you just use the fact that players are different, but Xabi Alonso, wow, his passing was so great, so he was a better player. So to that fact, I go back to you. Why do you think Gravenberch is better than Gini Wijnaldum? You cannot use the fact that he can do something that Gini Wijnaldum can't do because you just told me that we just agree Xabi Alonso can't do what Gravenberch did, but yet you still think Xabi Alonso is better.
Look, to tell the truth, that is a great point. I will say that's a good point. If I had to answer that question, again, I just think I just think that what I want to see in a midfielder, again, strictly talk about midfielder, I think that I like it better in Gravenberch than Gini. But again, I'm not saying Gini is not a great player because again, I liked some of the stuff that Gini does also, right? I think Gini is a smart player by his man marking is very good. I don't necessarily think that Gravenberch man marking is that good, right? So again, there's a lot of trade-off. There's a lot of trade-off in when we're comparing players to players, right? Especially when we think that they're good players. I think that's what I want to express to you is that when we compare to players, we there's a trade-off.
Man said you're media trained, bro. I was reading the chat.
No, say no more. I hear it. Say no more.
Oh, bro, you man are harsh, in the chat, bro. I swear down, bro. Carl, or the YouTube, bro. Listen, you're gonna.
None of it bothers me. None of it bothers me because again, I don't know these men. I don't know these men. I don't know their faces. So who gives up F what they think about me and my football opinion, right? Right. So as long as I'm making sense, and then if you guys think I'm making sense or not making sense, you guys can call me out on that. I'm not that sensitive. It's not that sensitive. I'm not their mother and father, bro. I don't know Gravenberch. I don't know Gini. Like, why should I?
They said that you made more sense when your mic wasn't working, bro. That's what one of the guys said. That's what one of the guys said, bro. I can't even remember who said it.
Oh man. Well, tell him to buy me one if he's that worried about it. Tell him to buy me one.
No, they want to respect your take, bro, but they just, you know what I mean. Today wasn't the day for your take. That's all it is, bro. Nah, listen, it's interesting, man. I want to leave it there, innit? Because I just wanted to kind of test the temperature in the words of Zabiri of the fan base, bro. Currently,
Pogba's back next year, but
Pogba is back, bro.
Beautiful thing.
Is he? Is it? That's good. That's good for him. So they restated.
They reduced.
Saudi's calling. Saudi is calling.
Nah, if I'm him, I'm not going to Saudis. I have to show maybe a year after that, maybe a year or two after that.
Show people what? Show people what?
Show them what?
Well, I mean, I think his character and honor. I think that's what it is.
Honor.
I don't agree with it. But I think that's what he should do. I think he should stay in a top 5 league and play for a year and then move on to the Saudis.
Honor, what is this? Is he like a samurai? Like
samurai?
Yes, man. He is. Because it's his fault. Every single time he's again a apology. He's whining how it was unfair to him. It was unfair to him. Now, if you want to show how unfair it was, you need to play. You need to play in the top 5 league. You can't tell me you can't run to the Saudi league in order to play football. He's got to stay in Italy or wherever he can play football.
He needs to make his money up, man. All the money that he could have lost, he needs to get that back.
That money is going to be there. That money is going to be there. It's Paul Pogba. They love them. They love him out there in Saudi Arabia.
Hey, Pogba wants to come to Liverpool, bro. Right.
He's not coming. I'm not taking.
Gravenberch is in trouble, but he's better. You said Pogba's better than Gravenberch.
Oh, come on, man. How old is he right now?
31.
He's 31. Yeah.
Hold on. You told me Pogba's better than Gravenberch, so why wouldn't you take him?
Yeah, but if he was 3 years younger.
Why 31? Yeah, 31's old, bro.
I'm not saying 31 is old. I'm saying for the
said that you said 27 years old on G Channel.
27's old.
I didn't say that. I said I would have bought him. I would have bought him at 27, 28. That's not what I said. I said 31. I think the wage that he's gonna ask. I didn't
ask about all the wages and that, bro. I just said I'll take the player, bro. I'm not an accountant. Would you just take the player? Forget the wages, not your money. Would you just take the player?
Hey, Remy's on your side, by the way.
I'll take him still.
I appreciate that, Remy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Carl, would you just take the player?
Pause.
What?
Oh yeah.
You take the player at Liverpool?
Would I take him just straight up as a player, as a Liverpool player?
Yeah.
If he was for free, yes.
He's for free.
No, he's not for free. He's still under contract with Juve, right?
No, they cancelled it.
I'm sure they cancelled his.
They cancelled his contract.
I'm not that. If you're giving me news about his contract, his situation, it's news to me.
He's a free agent. He's a free agent. So would you take him? Yes or no?
Free agent? Yes, I'll take him. Yes.
Where's he playing in the midfield? Where's he getting in on midfield?
Probably relegated to Cups game. If I had to say, or even ride the bench if I had to say.
Well, no, he's better than Gravenberch, so you'd have to start.
My brother, don't do that to me, man. Don't do that.
If he's a better player, he should start. Obviously.
Chill. It won't be Grav that's in trouble. Trust me, bro.
Nah, he
in
won't be
man. Have a day off.
In a year and a half. He hasn't been playing football for at least a year. Hey, what's his condition?
Been training, bro. Been paying attention. He's
my brother. Come on, man. We have one who barely played last year, and then we
look at Tonali. Weren't Tonali banned from all footballing activities? This man's come back and not moving like he's lost a yard.
Yeah, Ivan Toney did the same thing as well.
Ivan Toney did the same thing. These men train outside of it, bro. Pogba ain't been sitting at home.
Fair point.
Because clearly he's been trying to, get the ban reduced. So that means you would have been like, all right, if we can get this reduced, I need to make sure I'm in good shape.
How many months or how many months or how many days is it reduced? If you guys know.
Well, I've only seen 18 months, it said.
Well, a year, innit?
Yeah, it's been reduced to 18 months and he's already been off for a minute, innit? So
they're probably next season.
It's 2025. He's allowed to play in January.
Of 2025? So yeah, he's already they counted they've already counted some of his
the time he's had off already.
They always do because he hasn't been able to play or train.
Yeah. It's like being
sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes some penalties when you
so really
when you're appealing, it's suspended. They suspended. So I'm guessing, it's fair. Yeah. You guys have convinced me. Yes.
I don't know why we needed to convince you. I thought he was the better than Gravenberch. That's all right.
No, but he's not playing. He's not going to play. He's not going to start. Right. I don't think it's. I don't forget
in
about
9 games. He'll be throwing grabbers under the bus for fun, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You'd be like, how can we not play a world-class player, man? How can we not play?
No, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy. Whatever the coach thinks is the
bro,
best
let's
player.
not do that, man. Because of course he would say yes, bro. Yeah, he would say yes, bro. Don't throw it, Wataru under the bus like that. I mean,
nah, man. What is this, bro?
Any with his agenda, bro. Yeah, always. That's
laziness. That's laziness.
What agenda? Bro, come on, man. Bro, if Pogba comes, it's not Gravenberch that's sitting down, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Pause though, that was crazy, but it's not Gravenberch that's sitting down.
No, that's right. Savage made a great point, man. Said like, listen, when you say you have an agenda, just switch off, bro.
Yeah. And he's itching to say something about something, bro.
Yeah, bro. For no reason, Man had a good. Do you know the craziest thing? He had a good game. This man decides to take the day off and don't want to watch the game.
Who? Any?
Yeah.
No, I watched the second half of the.
So I'm guessing the West Ham game, he took it off.
No, the Bologna game, where he played good in the first half, apparently, according to Endz.
He played good in the first half, and then he watched the second half.
I think the number one, every time you come here, the number one question's got to be asked of you. Did you watch the game?
What, bro? No, bro. Man, watch his games. Let's not try and run no narratives here, bro. Man, watch his games, bro. Man just came back from, you get me, had to do a little something and that, came back in, watched the second half. Asked my boys how Subbo was playing. He said he played good. I said, I'll say nothing. What's the second half? He still played all right. But
bro, because I felt like
we don't know your boy. We don't know your boy.
He still didn't accept it. He still didn't.
Man said we don't know your boy.
I was referring to Endz, bro. Endz, kick him off, man. Man's getting irate still.
Man said we don't know your boy.
Hey, bro, this is what happens when it comes to football, man. But all right, let me see what the final account is in terms of the votes, bro. 57% said Gravenberch is better. An all-round player.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Your face sounds very disappointed, my guy. Your face looks like you're very disappointed.
It doesn't affect us either way, but I'm disappointed in the fans,
bro. Nah, it's because Gravenberch is my guy, bro, and I kept his stocks while people threw him under the bus and wanted to sell him, and now pretending as if they like him.
Like any,
that's fine. You can change your opinion on a player.
But I want him gone. I don't mind, bro. I want him gone,
bro.
Now.
Bro, consistent genie, bro. Big game player, genie.
But this is what I don't get in it. Like football, at the end of it, as we know, it's about winning, innit? Yeah, it's about winning. So when someone's integral to winning something, right? When someone's integral, I'm not gonna lie, I can't hear anyone try to chat to me and be like, no, but this person's better. But ultimately, regardless of what we think, he didn't amount to anything. It's like I don't want to hear anyone telling me like, bro, like, see Tarak, I know Tarak's better than Sadio Mane, like based off what? Based off what?
That's a Tarak.
No, but I don't want to hear it. Like I don't want to hear it.
Who's this man Tarak? I maybe the first name, is that his first name?
Adel Tarak.
Adel, yeah. So, man's trying to make narratives on me not watching football. You don't even know Tarak.
Post football knowledge is limited when
that's what I'm saying. Try to come for me. You don't even know Tarak. Come on, man.
It's the same team as me.
Come on, my name.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Like I don't like. Ultimately, innit? Like the best players that we talk about, when you're talking about the best players of all time, the players that have won stuff in it. They've won more. The reason why Jabi Alonso, like you're not saying, oh yeah, Gravenberch better than Jabi Alonso, because when you look at what he did, he was at Liverpool, won the Champions League, went to that Real Madrid, won every.
Okay.
You should know Tarak, man. Did you watch Nunes before he came to Liverpool?
No, I would not lie about that.
You watched Liverpool versus Benfica when Nunes played against us.
Yes, that's the only time I've seen him.
Tarak played in that game too, blood, so that's why
we were all impressed.
Tarak played in that game, bro. That's what I'm asking. He played in that game. He played for Benfica as well.
He played TDM, innit? I swear. They moved him
to TDM.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who's your favorite player, Carl? Who's your favorite footballer?
Oof. I have different, right? So my favorite footballer all time is R9. So as a kid, I'm a 90s kid. So I was born in 90. And then first time my knowledge of football comes from the Italian league. So that's the league that I was born in and I grew up loving. It was the Italian league, and then I watched Inter, and then with Vieri and all of that.
Can we just get the two players, man? Can we get the two players, please?
I'm trying to explain it to you.
Come on, man. Just give us the two players, man. I'm trying to head out.
Ronaldo and Totti.
All right, thank you, Ronaldo and Totti. That's all you have to say.
You didn't allow me to finish.
Nah, bro. I didn't even know that you grew up in Italy and then was walking down the canal and then you saw Totti and he signed your shit. No, I don't care, bro. Just
yes, you got to listen, my brother. That's why you brought me here, to listen to some of my story.
I know, but Sam, was it? See, I even got to ask a question. Man, after your two favorite players.
Your favorite player? I was coming to that. You know, just a second.
You have a favorite player who's currently playing though?
Nah, stop asking questions, bro.
No, just I'm saying they were like because you mentioned who Van Dijk.
Currently playing Van Dijk. I love Van Dijk. Van Dijk. Yeah, he's one of my favorite players. Yeah, like
55% to Gravenberch so far.
Yeah, I just love how Van Dijk. I just love how he makes everything easy. Everything is smooth. Everything is smooth about his game. There's no complaint.
Would you still say Van Dijk if he didn't win anything?
By the way, sir.
What did you say, Jay?
I'm like Nabil and that.
That's
I'm saying, would you say Van Dijk if he had never won, if his performances didn't lead to Liverpool winning the Premier League and the Champions League?
I think that's an unfair question because I think he's that talented to have that much impact in winning. Just his game alone contribute to winning. And
weren't doing not badness with Yoshida and that blood and Jose Font. So.
All right, man. Let's head out via peeps. Big up as always, man. Hey, there you have it, man. The chat.
I know why they called you bully now, man.
No, I'm just saying. Van Dijk at Southampton, he weren't even all that. Blood. He was good.
The chat has spoken now.
Again, that's deep philosophy.
Trying to do an outro here. Relax, man. Shit. Trying to get out. I got shit to do, bro. Big up to the chat, man. Hey, listen, big up to everyone.
We'll have a conversation.
Bruv, all right, I'll just mute you then. Clearly, you can't, you know what I mean? I can't take cues in that. Gravenberch just won 54%. Big up to everyone in the chat. Hey, listen, man. You know, I might have got an invitation. You know, them first invitations there, Sav.
Channel.
To the ops. Yeah, blood.
Which ops?
Hey, I'll tell you off screen.
Infiltrate the thing, brother, on the Decepticon.
Yeah, I want to hear. You know what I want to hear, and I think I know the reason why as well. But when we get there,
Don't be over there shocking and jiving and that blood.
No, come on, bro. Never that. But do you think I'm Carl?
No. Cause Zabiri told us he was doing Ready to Burn the World, and he was doing the Jim Crow smile and that blood.
Ranger passing like Carl, blood. Big up to any. Big up to Gary, Stav, Carl, and obviously Sideline that jumped in. Chat, as always, man. Love for the love, man. We're back tomorrow, man. Call-in show. You already know. Liverpool Smoke Up Palace will be there. I think we might have Rich joining. You know, he's a Palace fan. So he might be joining the call-in.
They got fans, blood.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Savage?
No. I know in the stadium they've got some of the best fans in that, but they got fans online, bro.
Okay.
Richie,
he's one. I think is he one of the
biggest last time? Did you do it last season with him in the preview?
No. I think he's been more on Copish and stuff like that.
Is he meaty?
No, it's cool, man.
Nah, bro, don't be trying to do no videos with no NPCs, blood.
No, it's man them, bro. It's man them.
Right.
Like Paul Smith.
Yeah,
wow. Okay, tomorrow you man can have beef, bro.
Just send him for man, blood.
All right, tomorrow you man can have beef, bro. Let's see, man. But big up everyone inside, man. Let's get out of there, man.